Mississippi has a population of approximately 3 million. It is the 32nd most extensive and the 32nd most populous of the 50 United States. Alabama is the 30th largest by area and the 24th most populous of the U.S. states. With a total of 1,500 miles of inland waterways, Alabama has among the most of any state. Georgia is the 24th largest and the 8th most populous of the 50 United States. From 2007 to 2008, 14 of Georgia's counties ranked among the nation's 100 fastest growing, second only to Texas.
Hey guys, it's day 4. Happy 4th of July to all our friends out there. The birth of America. It's a day to celebrate. So it's about 10:30 and we're pulling out from New Orleans. It's been wonderful being here. What'd you think?
I liked it. It was a great place.
What was your favorite part?
The public transportation
Of
system.
course,
that was obvious.
Yes.
Did you not realize we took it everywhere we went?
Yeah, I think we're trolleyed out, or at least I'm trolleyed out. I think
it was a streetcar, not a trolley.
Streetcar. I think Z could drive the streetcar. That's how much he paid attention. So anyway, we're on our way to Atlanta. We're driving down to see some family. My mother had 9 brothers and sisters, and we are staying with Uncle Michael and Aunt Joanne. I'm so excited. All right, so today being the 4th of July, I figured our virtue should match that. So our virtue is patriotism.
Patriotism.
And before I give you my definition of it, what do you think patriotism means, Zachary?
Well, to me, patriotism is just showing support for your country in any way possible. Mainly celebrated on, like, say, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Veterans Day.
I think that's a very good answer. I want to bring it a little bit more personal.
All right.
Part of being patriotic is showing very good respect to our military and our veterans that have done a good job of serving our country.
Right.
Part of patriotism also is being very respectful to your fellow man, whether that means tipping better, saying please and thank you, just being really respectful to. We're all Americans here, even if we have visitors here. This is our country. We're very excited about it. Also, too, that also means honoring the flag. I know in this country we have the freedom to do pretty much what we want, but I think that can be taken too far. We never put a flag on the ground. We always salute. We pull over when funerals go by. I mean, just being patriotic is being a good citizen is another way I would answer that.
Okay, so it's more on citizenship as being patriotic?
I would say they're pretty close to being synonymous. So that's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to focus on today. So we are now in Mississippi, and we're following the GPS to my uncle's house. And we're 13 miles inside the border, and we haven't seen a car anywhere. Not behind us, not in front of us. We're in the middle of nowhere, Mississippi. I mean, look at this road. I see mirages.
I thought nowhere was in Louisiana.
Oh, you're right. Nowhere is in Louisiana. But there may be a nowhere Mississippi.
There might be.
Look at this. You know, this is what happens when you trust GPS too much. Have you got a shot of this? Look this way. There's nothing. There's nothing either way. So if this is the last video you ever see, you might want to inquire to make sure we made it. Because we're going to Atlanta via this road.
Did you mention the name of the road?
Oh, this is a Texas flat road. That's what they called it. 607 Texas. What do they think? Texas is nothing but flat? I don't get this. Okay, so each and every day, Zachary, I'm going to ask you a life-changing, thought-provoking question of the day.
Oh, like the parkway and the driveway.
Right, that was yesterday's.
Yeah, that was real thought-provoking.
This one is, you've seen the TV show Survivor.
Yeah.
I want to know your thoughts on how you would play the game. How
I would play the game?
Yeah.
Well, to me, I think this goes for both of us. I don't think either of us would ever win Survivor.
You don't think Dad would win Survivor?
No, I don't think you would win Survivor.
So what would be your strategy?
So my strategy, my goal would be to make it to the jury. If I could make it to the jury, I would be happy because, in part, I'm a winner. In a sense, because I get to play the whole 39 days, just not as a survivor.
Right.
So I would probably play the strategy. I would probably have to join an alliance at some point, but I probably wouldn't make one. I'd just join into someone else's.
Sure,
I'm more of a strategist, so I probably wouldn't be like the most liked, but I could probably pull off a backstab or something like that.
So do you think what would you do about the physical challenges, or would you?
About the physical challenges, okay, so I see myself, when I'm grown up, as more of a runner, because most of the time we start with a lot of physical challenges for the tribe.
Yeah.
And so I'd have to be open. I'd say, hey, if we ever get any mental challenges, you don't want to vote me off.
So if you found a hidden immunity, would you tell anybody?
It depends. A lot of people, they tell other people and then they lose it. They don't ever end up, because it's like, let's see, what season was it, 24 or 25? Malcolm kind of told Andrea that he had a clue, and then Andrea wouldn't let him up. And they, like, had, like, a fight for, like, 2 days where he couldn't leave, otherwise she'd get it.
Right.
And she couldn't leave because then he'd get it. So they were kind of at a standoff until Malcolm left and found a different idol.
So it's kind of a strategy to...
So it's a strategy to not, but then you kind of have to figure out your own place to hide things. So, Dad, I was thinking, we have seen a lot of great lines on signs.
Yeah, signage is definitely important along the interstate and highways and byways.
Oh, man,
What have you
it was
seen?
great. Okay, so let's start with all of the church signs. There are diamond yellow signs that just say church.
It's to keep those heathens in line, to let them know that there's a possibility of salvation ahead. They can avoid it at all costs. Oh my God, there's a church! Quick! We might become a Christian.
It's not like you can avoid them.
Man, down
There's
here in
one
the
on like every street.
I have seen more churches on this drive than I thought we were the buckle of the Bible Belt. Man, there's churches everywhere in Louisiana
yes.
and Alabama.
Oh my gosh.
So what else have you seen?
We went down one road and we saw like 10 churches in
Well,
like 5
we like
miles.
to line them up because that's the best way to get those heathens. It's hard to pass when you got a bunch of churches in a row.
Yeah, but then they're only on one road. You could just pass the road and then just... Okay.
What else have you seen?
There was one that said, watch for turns. Okay, you're on a road. Would you not expect turns on a road?
Not only that, most of the roads we've been on have been kind of curvy anyway. So they like to state the obvious. That's kind of the other thing. Signs have gone overboard in telling you the things that you should already know if you're driving a vehicle.
You know, because bridges may ice in cold weather.
You know, as opposed to hot weather, I was really unsure about that. But I love the clarification of cold weather. Yes.
Okay, can we also talk about how they love to be wordy on signs? We saw a sign and it had like 10 words on it.
Yeah, they definitely...
And you're going 65 miles an hour, you're not going to read that.
I definitely think that they are... they've got lobbyists out there to make sure that signage has lots of words in it. They must get paid by the word. So what's the longest sign you've seen?
The longest sign? Ooh, I'd be pressed to tell you.
But I mean, we've seen signs with 6 or 7 words in it.
Yeah, we saw one with 10.
And redundancy. We saw, 12 billboards in a row that talked about the very same thing?
So we came into Mississippi, and there were 12 billboards, all on the left side, all by the same company.
Yeah, so they're definitely got their advertising dollar all strung out in one particular spot.
One more. We were supposed to turn right onto Corporate Paper Road, which in and of itself is a great name for a road, and it doesn't exist.
Nope, not at all.
It immediately became Mongolia South Avenue, I think, or something like that.
And what's with Highway 57? Starting, dropping. Starting, dropping.
Okay, so here's what we did. We were on Highway 57, okay? It turned into Main Street, which was 63. And then we turned left onto Highway 57, okay? And if that wasn't confusing enough, on Highway 57, we turned left again onto Highway 57.
You know, because there's no variety in numbers here in what are we in? Mississippi?
It was Mississippi.
It was Mississippi.
So there were 2 highways, 57 and 63, and that's it. That's all there were in, like, southeastern Mississippi.
Makes me want to name all my boys Bob. It's Bob and my other son Bob, you know? Lack of variety. So anyway, these are just pondering thoughts as we drive down the highway on our trip to Georgia.
To Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, so we made it to my Uncle Michael and my Aunt Joanne's house. They live in a suburb outside of
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Do you remember what it's called?
We're in Austell, Georgia.
Super nice. We were running a couple hours late. They made this huge spread. I'll show a picture of it.
Oh man, it was beautiful.
And then we just sat and talked. I think by tomorrow we'll feel comfortable enough to have them. Not everybody wants to be in a vlog, so we'll have them talk. But what do you think, Zachary?
Oh man, they weren't what I was expecting, but in a good way. So I mean, I'm really pleased. We had a great meal. I mean, it's all good things.
Yeah. And very accommodating, and they've given us this beautiful room. We had a great desk here, and of course they've given us a beautiful, had a great time, full-size bed. So
yeah,
this was kind of really a travel day. So now what we're gonna do is maybe go to bed here in an hour or so.
Yeah.
And I've got some work to do, and we'll probably get up early and do some work.
Right.
Uncle Michael's gonna make us breakfast, and we're gonna hopefully have a really good start at 7 a.m.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're signing off. Oh, and of course, happy 4th of July, guys.